Well, a very chilly good evening from New England, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round two of the SEEKONK Racing Road Trip Tour of 2021. Tonight, we're at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, where the modifieds take center action for the Ritchie's Insulation 75. Ritchie's Insulation, located in Westport, Mass. They are a family-started business over 20 years ago, servicing both Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Ritchie's is well known for their quality services, fair prices, and their commitment to customers. Want to thank everybody for joining us. 20 cars plus strong here. Actually, we're going 30 cars strong here this evening at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway as we jump around from track to track and car make to car make. Coming off our first race, which was at the Lanier Speedway just a few weeks ago. This is round two. And we're back at it on March 11th, and we're back on February 25th. Got to look at the schedule right, where we will be back again. Tonight, want to take a minute and thank Sousa's Media for putting this on as we continue on for our 2021 season. Want to take a minute and thank some of our contingency sponsors. Want to thank Anchor Paws Rescue. If you're looking for a pet, rescue is the way to go. Anchor sponsors the halfway lap with a $20 bonus at each event. So a big thank you to the Vanessas and Anchor Paws Rescue. Watermark Electric, powering up heat winners on the road trip tour. They sponsor each heat winner with a $4 award per winner, and that's a cash award. And tonight's heat winners were Brandon Wilkinson, Richie Murray, Derek Lachaki, and Mason Tessier. So a big thanks to Watermark Electric, Trent Goodrow Designs. Check them out for all your racing graphic needs. They do real race cars and iRacing, and they are sponsoring a free paint scheme to the driver with the least amount of contact in each race. Now, if you were part of the practice and qualifying, you know that's going to be tough to come out on top on that one tonight. Atlantic Yacht Rigging, global leader in sailboat racing setup and maintenance, and they are sponsoring the Hard Luck Award, $20 at each event, picked by the folks over at Sousa Media. Lucas Milhout, they have decades of expertise providing innovative metal joining solutions to connect to the world around us. They sponsor the fourth place award for $4.44 at each event to the driver that is running fourth at lap 44. You can see the fours tie in there. Helger's Power Move of the race, sponsored by our friends at Helger's South Coast Power Equipment, a $20 award to the driver that improves the most positions in the feature. Now, if everybody stays status quo and one driver picks up one position and everybody else stays the same, well, that's your power move of the race. Bernier's Liquors, Lucky Spot. Bernier's Liquors, located in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, is a family-owned business that has been around for more than 60 years. They sponsor a $25 award to a randomly selected driver who finishes between 8th and 16th at each event. And the Ryan Kuhn Motorsports Fast Time Award, given to the driver that posts the fastest single-lap qualifying time. Thanks to Ryan and his team for support of the iRacing Road Trip Tour. And I got to wonder, with his expertise, how much of the money is he keeping to himself over the course of the year? So a big thanks to those folks there. You can see some of the cars gridding on pit road. Now, a couple of differences that we have in this race that we don't normally do based on the size of the Magic Mile. They are allowed to change tires. Not usually something that we allow because of the lengths of the race and the tracks, but because it's the mods, because it's New Hampshire, we are giving a shot at changing a tire. And if they want to fuel up, they can. They don't have to. They should be able to go to the 75 lap distance without a problem. The other change on that is we are counting caution laps because of the size of the racetrack. Caution laps will count. So we told you the heat winners earlier tonight. And again, 31 cars lined up and ready to go green here this evening at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, part of our 2021 SEEKONK iRacing Road Trip Tour. Big thanks to Kyle Sousa and the entire gang over at Sousa Media, who is growing by leaps and bounds over the past 48 months. Even in a pandemic, small businesses can grow, and that is one of them. If you're looking to get your name out there, whether you've got a race team, a racetrack, or a business, check out Sousa's Media. Contact Kyle and let him know that the folks over at the SEEKONK iRacing Road Trip Tour sent you over to him. Also, a big thanks to all the teams that have decided to be a part of this, and SEEKONK Speedway for lending us out and having some fun during the winter months. I know racing is about to kick off in a big way down in Speed Weeks in Florida, down at the New Smyrna Speedway. If you're a dirt racing fan, it'll be over at Volusia County. And, of course, the National Touring Series getting ready on the big track at Daytona in just a few weeks. Up north, it feels still like football weather with the Super Bowl just about a week and a half away. Of course, our beloved Patriots are not in the Super Bowl this year, not even in the playoffs for the first time in a long time, but wishing Tom Brady the best as he gets ready to pick up his 7th Super Bowl trophy. If he can knock off the Kansas City Chiefs, should be a great game. But that's enough about stick and ball sports. Let's talk about the ball sports, and that is 2 of them here with the modifieds at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And again, a big thanks to the folks putting this on. Just about ready to grid the cars trackside. And the drivers, some of the names may sound familiar. They are competitors at some of our local short tracks like SEEKONK Speedway. Some of them, well, some of these folks are sponsors. Some of these folks are spotters for some of these drivers. We've got crew members, family racers that are all competing here this afternoon, and it'll be a good time had by all. Let's hope they keep their heads about them, because things can happen quick here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway and happen quick with the modifieds here. So as we get ready, we're going to give you the starting lineup, and that's Ryan Kuhn just coming to a stop up in turn number 1. Ryan, for a change, did not win his qualifier. It's the first time we've seen that in a while. And again, those winners were Brandon Wilkinson, Richie Murray, Derek Lachocki, and Mason Tessier out of the cars that qualified earlier. And we've got 31 cars slated to go green. So let's give you the starting lineup. Starting on the pole is going to be car number 42 for Mason Tessier, who won the 4th heat this evening. Outside of him is going to be the 03 of Derek Lachocki. Richie Murray rolls off 3rd in the number 8, and outside of him will be Brandon Wilkinson in the number 56. Ryan Doucette rolls off 5th in the number 77, and outside of him, Ryan Kuhn in the 72. PJ Evans in the number 12, and Brad Souza in the 31 make up row number 4. And behind them, Jack Dumas in the 25. Tom Axum in the 13 roll off 7th and 8th. Brendan LaBelle in the 28, and Ethan Souza in the 30 round out the top 10. Hugh Bowser and David Luigi make up row number 6. Hugh in the 22, David in the 87. Tom Scully the 3rd in the 02, and Elias Dibb in the 20 roll off in row number 5. Austin Flanagan in the 67, Ryan Vaness in the 11 make up row number 11. The Noah Boucher in the 16, Reagan Parent in car number 17 are next up on the grid. Cody Tripp and Jake Venata. Tripp in the 23, Veneta in the 29. Mike Floyd is next in the 65. We'll try that again. Let's take another sip of that Red Bull. Nate McComb in the 82 are 27th and 28th. Darrell Church in the 04. Jake Johnson in the 15, and Nick Wood in the 05 round out the field, and they are behind the Chevrolet iRacing Pace truck, and we are ready to go when they come off of turn number 4. 75 laps for the Ritchie's Insulation 75 here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The 42 of Mason Tessier, a regular in the Legends at SEEKONK. Derek Lachocki is a late model standout. Last year's American-Canadian Tour Rookie of the Year. Picked up a couple of wins over the end of the season. And we are green and racing here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Mason Tessier gets a good jump and leads the charge down into turn number 1. This is where the magic happens as they all get their feet under him. Lachocki settles into second. as they come off of turn number 2 and down the long back straightaway. Richie Murray sits third, and look at Brandon Wilkinson. That white 56 drops to the inside. He takes a look to the inside of the 21 machine, trying to get his way up towards the top of the field. One thing about this racetrack is they move quickly to try to get to the top. That's the 12 of P.J. Evans, right in front of Wilkinson, and up to the outside of him is the 13 machine, working that top side of Tom Axum. You can see he's got the Teddy Christopher paint scheme going for him there up on the outside. Teddy, always a magician here at the Magic Mile, as they come off of turn number 4 and down to the stripe, and Wilkinson will take that spot away. Tevez here continues to hold on at the top of the leaderboard as they hit turn number 1 and 2. Ryan Kuhn right there in the black and blue 72, sporting his dad's colors that he ran on the modified tour throughout New England for many years before he jumped behind the pit box and became crew chief for young Ryan Kuhn. Down off of turn number 2 they go. Wilkinson still working the inside of Axum as they go side by side. Here, drafting takes a big part of it, and Ryan, if he were to get behind the 56 of Axum, could really help Thomas take that spot away as they come off the corner. Axum with a run off the corner, trying to edge out down the back straightaway. They start to fan out just a little bit down into turn number 3. Evans is able to put a little bit of breathing room between he and that battle there as they hit turns 3 and 4. Off the corner they come and down to the stripe, and we've got a battle for the lead. Derek Lachocki down to the inside. Tessier caught up top. Lachocki edges out into turn 1. Here comes this 8 machine down low. Richie Murray, the reigning sports truck champion down at SEEKONK, down to the inside looking for second, and he's got some company behind him. The 77 of Ryan Doucette looks to the inside as they come down through turns 1 and 2. The 03 of Lachocki leads the charge off the corner as they come down the back straightaway. Right now, that tight battle for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Tessier holding on strong up on the outside. You can see Murray gets an advantage in the middle of the corner, but down the straightaway, that's where Tessier is a little bit stronger as he evens back up with Murray into 3 and 4. P.J. Evans looks to the outside. He and Doucette race side by side. Doucette taking that spot away, and Evans settles in behind off of turn number 4. Up to the outside he goes one more time, trying to take that spot back as they hit turn 1. Murray still has not been able to clear the charge on the 42 of Tessier. Now he gets to run off the second corner. Doucette fills the hole down on the inside as they spread out down the back straightaway. Doucette all alone on the inside as they try to freight train the outside lane into 1 and 2. Finds a spot, settles it in, gets the rhythm going down the front straightaway. P.J. Evans, the number 12, sits right there in line. Brandon Wilkinson popping off and on in that white number 56. The 13 of Axum sits right in between those two as they head down the back stretch. Field stretching itself out as they head down into turn number 3. We are about to hit lap number 9. And there you see the 17 machine. And we are under caution for the first time. It looks like the 21 mount has gotten into some trouble. And there's another car sitting stranded up in turn number 2. And there's the contact there. Up against the wall. Looks like Tom Scully, the third, in that green and black 02, hit the wall pretty good as he and it looks like the 5 got together. So Derek Lachocki is our leader. 9 laps are up on the board. The 8 of Richie Murray sits second on the field. Right behind him is Mason Tessier, our pole sitter, sitting in the 3rd spot. P.J. Evans right now has the fastest lap of the race, and that was on lap number 2. We've had one lead change on this event. Now, see that car sitting up on the up in the air where it went up and down? That is, they don't show the pit crews, but they do show the car being jacked up and the tires being swapped. So they do offer that. They just don't have the little people running back and forth around these race cars. So it would be pretty cool if they could get that. But man, talk about the technology you would need to get that done. At least it's good to see fans in the stands here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway under this pandemic that we've been struggling with. Next race is on February 25th, the Watermark Electric main event, and that will be at Five Flags Speedway. And they will run the ARCA cars on that event. So we told you we're going to be swapping the rides for these drivers, keeping them on their toes all season long, part of the 2021 SEEKONK iRacing road trip. That race will be brought to you by Watermark Electric, located in Dartmouth, Mass., specializing in water and wastewater treatment, plans and pump stations, and you can check them out at watermarkelectric.com. So just about ready to double these cars back up. See on the back of Derek Lachaki 03, spotter Wilkes, and that is a call out to his spotter, Brandon Wilkinson, who drives the number 56 machine, that white car that's sitting 7th on the grid. Field is set. We should be going green this time by. It'll be lap number 13 of 75, the 03 of Derek Lachaki, last year's American-Canadian Tour Rookie of the Year. And tell you what, he goes to every track with a shot at winning. The team he has been able to put together in only his second season has been pretty stout, picking up some big wins at Thompson Speedway, SEEKONK, Waterford Speed Bowl, among some of the tracks that he's been able to visit, and running strong everywhere else he has gone. Richie Murray lines up on the outside, the Chuck Renato Parts, quick oil number 08. As they get ready to have at it, the Viper Graphics 77 of Ryan Doucette sitting right on the inside of the Exotic Rays Tanning number 42 of Mason Tessier. There's a green flag, and look at the run that they get. The 03 of Lachaki had a good jump on the start, but man, it just didn't hold as the field thundered right around him as they spread 2 and 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 down the backstretch, and Richie Murray assumes the helm down the back straightaway. Tessier down to the inside. He's got Lachaki glued to his rear bumper as they roll down into turn number 3. Behind him, they're 3 wide, trying to get through the turns. Lachaki settles up in the 3rd spot. Doucette is 4th. Look at Axum and Wilkinson still racing and battling each other for position. They head down into 1. The youngster, the 3rd-generation racer out of Tiverton, Rhode Island, setting the pace off of turn number 2. Tessier down low. Lachaki up on the outside as they race wheel to wheel down into turn number 3. A little deeper in the pack, and we've got big trouble down to the back straightaway. There's the 04 of Darrell Church, the 20 machine, the 5 is involved, the 16, and the 3. And look at that. Take a look. Darrell Church getting sideways off the corner, and everybody scrambling. The 20 going up on its roof and into the wall. The 16 of Boucher getting caught up there as well. So big problems at the tail end of the field. And there's an aerial view, and wow, what a shot of Boucher getting up in the air. And the 20 upside down of Elias Dibb. 5 is Austin Flanagan, normally running a 67. So sorry about the confusion on that one. Here's a slow motion view through the corner as they come off. The 04 trying to slide down, gets a little bit loose, and as he tries to gather it in, the 3 is right there. The 5 of Flanagan up on the tail. There's the contact there from Boucher right there. Gets up on the left side wheels. 1 car up into the wall. Here comes the 3 to get involved. He's got nowhere to go except on the binders. The 20 of Elias Dibb bouncing off the wall up in the air, bouncing off of the 04 and the 3 as he gets tagged around. There's the 5 of Flanagan getting caught up. As few cars getting by on the inside. There's a 29 of Aneda down low. Whoop! Good air time for the 16 as he goes up and over the 5, leapfrogging a couple of cars there. So a lot of action deep in the field. One little miscue can set off a chain reaction. We're under our second caution of this event. So far, P.J. Evans still holding the fastest lap. There's the 5 of Flanagan getting away. And we'll join in towards the end of the field. The 04 is back out onto the racetrack, as is the 16, the 04 of Darrell Church, a regular runner in the sport truck division. The 16, Noah Boucher, a crew member on a pure stock team of Mike Henricks. So up front, Richie Murray will bring the field down with Glachaki on the outside. Now, you remember that last restart, Derek Glachaki got a good jump, but it didn't last very long because as the other cars caught up, they just swarmed around him like a flock of bees. And we're able to overtake him. Glachaki did a good job holding on and coming back up into second. And we'll see if he can get the jump this time on the 8. So we're back up behind the pace truck, ready to go green. It'll be 19 of 75 complete when they get back around. So lap number 38 will be the halfway point, and that's where we will get the Anchor Paws Rescue $20 bonus here this evening. Pace truck pulls off, ready to have at it as they wind it up off the corner. Look at the shot from behind Richie Murray as he leads the pack down into turn number 1. At a battle for second, Glachaki trying to hold on as he does shut the door of Mason Tessier. That opens up the outside line as the 77 of Ryan Doucette tries to get some running room. He's got Wilkinson right behind him. And down below him, Mason Tessier trying to hold on down into turn 3. Axum working that bottom lane. He's got the 12 of P.J. Evans glued to his rear bumper. Battle for the lead off of 4. Here comes Glachaki back down to the inside. Murray's able to hold on at the stripe, but Glachaki's got the inside lane down into turn number 1. Way down on the bottom, puts the left side tires underneath the yellow line. Gets a good run through the corners, but Murray's got trouble for the 13. Axum goes around off of turn number 2. Can he get it straightened out? Everybody looks like they're able to make it by as we are still under green. Axum settles in at the tail end of the field, and we'll see what kind of moves he can make through the rest of this pack. Up front, Murray continues to hold on to the top spot. Glachaki settles it in right down into turn number 1. Doucette sits third. Tessier and Wilkinson round out the top 5. Using the chrome horn down the back straightaway. The 03 of Glachaki right up on the back bumper. Murray sets the pace into the corner as they hit turn number 3 and 4. Looks to the inside. Murray shuts the door one more time, and down across the stripe they go, nose to tail. down to the inside. Glachaki once again tries that bottom shot. This time off at 2, he's got the run. He's got the help behind him. Doucette right on his tail with the 42 of Tessier right there. Mason looking for a dancing partner, takes a look to the outside now. Top 4 cars, wheel to wheel off of turn number 4. Glachaki a little bit loose off the corner. Murray's able to power by up at the stripe at lap number 22. Top 4 cars, wheel to wheel, Nerf bar to Nerf bar into turns 1 and 2. Glachaki tries to slide it up ahead as he gets the run off of turn number 2. 4 cars and a dance down into 3. Murray has strong down the straightaway, a little bit of contact there. Glachaki takes over the top spot. Doucette down to the inside of Murray. And we've got another lead change. Glachaki sets the pace. Murray looking to take that back, what was once his. Slides it down to the inside. Doucette's got to back off just a hair. Contact. Murray sideways. Look at the save by the youngster. And here comes Doucette off the corner. 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch at the Magic Mile. 4 wide as the 42 looks for some running room. Glachaki sets the pace. Murray dive bombs down to the inside. Can't get the run there. As they come off of turn number 4, here comes Mason Tessier, who's just been biding his time up top, and all of a sudden up into 3rd, Ryan Kuhn makes his presence known. Doucette back into the 5th spot. Murray is 4th. With Wilkinson rounding out the top 6 cars, they head down the back stretch. Running for Bear. You might have thought this was the final lap, but nope, it's only lap 25. Tessier down to the inside of Glachaki, looking for the lead off of turn number 4. Glachaki slides up the racetrack, gets the run down the front straightaway, down to the stripe, virtual dead heat, puts the 42 at Tessier at the top of the leaderboard at lap number 26. Ryan Kuhn now starts flexing some muscle, takes a look down to the inside, takes a look up top, looking to find out which way is going to be faster, and he is bouncing back and forth between the bottom lane and the top lane. Which one is it going to be to get him towards the top of the leaderboard? Takes a look down low, glues himself to Mason Tessier. They draft down the front straightaway, but Glachaki is able to take back the top spot. 27 laps complete. And you might have thought that this was absolutely real racing, the way these guys are going. If you've seen the modifieds live, it's just like watching them here, because these guys are doing a phenomenal job as they race for the lead, side by side, down into turn number 3. Mason Tessier, the youngster from Dighton, Mass., gets a good run off of turn number 4. A little bit of a nudge, but he's able to take over the top spot. Glachaki battles back up on the outside, gets a little bit loose. They both get crossed up, and Ryan Kuhn sits there in the catbird seat waiting for something to happen. Nothing too major, because it could collect him if it did. And look at Ryan Doucette try to climb back down to the inside. He and Brandon Wilkinson race side by side down into the corner. Off of 4, Mason Tessier has an advantage, but can he hold it to the stripe? They cross at lap 28, make it 29, and this time Glachaki is back up top. Man, what a race. These guys are having at it. Glachaki gets a little crossed up. Here comes Kuhn down to the inside looking for second as they race down into turn number 3. Murray sits 4th, knocking on the back door of Ryan Kuhn. Brandon Wilkinson up on the outside there. Off of turn number 4, Doucette and Wilkinson up there as well. Into the corners they go, and it is still Mason Tessier. Now Ryan Kuhn wants his shot at the top of the leaderboard. Dives down to the inside lane. Looks for the lead down the back straightaway, trying to put the black and blue 782 up into the number 1 position. He's got Richie Murray on his tail as they hit turn 3. Ryan Doucette sits 4th. 5th is Derek Glachaki as he works the inside lane. A little bit of tire smoke, a little bit deeper in the pack, and Ryan Kuhn has worked himself up top, sets the pace down into 1. How long can he hold it on? Murray to the inside of Tessier. Tessier up on the outside. They come off the corner as they head down the backstretch. 5 cars make it a 12-car dogfight as they head into turn number 3. One car sideways, a lot of tire smoke. Everybody's able to make it through as they avoid that machine. There comes Jack Dumas in the 25, working that inside lane, trying to work himself past the 30 mount as they head down the back straightaway. That's Ethan Souza in the 30. Brendan LaBelle in the 4 right there as well, working that bottom lane. Some good racing throughout the pack. And up front, Kuhn has the biggest lead of anybody that has had all afternoon. A 2-car length advantage over Richie Murray as they head down the back straightaway. Right now, the battle continues for third between Doucette, Lachocki, and Tessier in the 42. Tessier up on the outside, Lachocki down low. Wilkinson is right there in the fight. This is about the time caution flag is out for the third time. For the 25 of Jack Dumas, who finds himself up in the outside wall. And that came about with the 21 machine as he was battling and caught himself in the outside wall. And the 25 of Jack Dumas getting caught up in it. One car. Whoa! A hard lick for Dumas in that one. It looks like the 5 of Flanagan was involved in that one also. That's 2 that Flanagan has been caught up. So now we're at 35 of 75. You got to wonder if anybody's going to be changing tires, and it looks like we got a couple of takers, the 13 of Axum at the front, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a lucky dog, but several teams inside in the pit area getting worked on. And there's Axum right there in the 13 pulling away. A good job. He spun earlier in this event, was able to keep it straight. And nobody else got collected in. Passing up front has been at a premium. Right now, you got to look at the car running in 12th of Jake Veneta. He started back in the 26th position. So far, I believe that may be the biggest move of the race. And that would be the Helger's power move of the race, the driver that improves the most position throughout this event. He is currently sitting in 10th. Goodrow is 9th on the field. And there's Veneta's blue, orange, and white number 29. Don't forget, we're back at it in just a few weeks. Thursday night, February 25th, Watermark Electric brings us to Five Flag Speedway, and we get behind the full-fendered ARCA cars. So from the sleek rockets of the modifieds to the big, heavy ARCA cars. Field is set, crossover signal given, 37 laps are complete. Next time by, it'll be the halfway. Who will be our halfway leader? The Ankapos Rescue. Halfway bonus. Ryan Kuhn is your leader. Can he hold on to the stripe? The 8 up on the outside of Richie Murray. They get ready to come off at turn number 4. Pace truck dives down to the infield. Green flag unfurls. They thunder down the front straightaway. Glachaki looking for some of that magic, and it'll be Kuhn picking up the halfway bonus here this afternoon. Glachaki up into second. Behind them, Brandon Wilkinson looking for some running room as we're right back under yellow. Problems on the restart, and it looks like Dumas has got involved with another one, along with Brendan LaBelle in the number 4. There's some issues there. Woohoo! Several cars involved. Fineta just squeezing by. Oh, there's a hard hit. The 04 Church is involved. The 17 machine also involved. For LaBelle up on 2 wheels for just a moment. So a flat right rear tire puts LaBelle in the pits, and there's our leader, the 72 of Ryan Kuhn, who just picked up the Anchor Paws Rescue $20 bonus for leading at the halfway. There's the 77 Ryan Doucette coming in, getting his car serviced at the halfway. And that should be fun watching him come back up through the field as he was running up inside the top 5. Now we'll have to come through the back end. Now the trouble with coming from the tail end is you got to be careful because anything can happen. Somebody gets a little crossed up in front of you, and all of a sudden, you find yourself in some big trouble. But it'll be Kuhn bringing the field down when we get ready to go back to green. Ryan started 6th on the grid. Fell back just a couple of spots, and little by little, worked himself back up through. Now, if you're not familiar with Ryan Kuhn and iRacing, he is one of the bigger names in the iRacing world right now, as he has been pretty hot. He's also got his own setup team going where he will help you get a setup for your machine. Derek Lachaki sitting in the number 2 spot. Richie Murray is 3rd. It looks like we are just about set as they getting crossed up, looking for the green. When they come back around, let's hope they can hold it a little bit longer than that last time. PJ Evans is up into the 6th position in that number 12. Now, don't forget, Trent Goodrow Designs also giving out a bonus for the car with the least amount of incidents or contact points throughout the race. Who will that be? All right, ready to have at it one more time. 42 of 75 are complete. And there's a good look from inside the Kuhn machine in the number 72. Green flag is out. We're back underway. That's Klachaki's number 03 up on the outside as he looks for the lead down into turn number 1. Kuhn's got half a car length as they hit the corner. Side by side off of turn number 2, and P.J. Evans back up inside the top 5. Top 4 cars running Nerf bar to Nerf bar. Bumper to bumper into 3. Glachocki with a half a car length advantage. Kuhn battles back on the inside, throws it in hard and deep into 3 and 4. They come off the corner, drag racing down the front straightaway, and as they get to the stripe, Glachocki picks up the lead one more time. 10 lead changes in the first 43 laps on this one. Into turns 1 and 2. Murray now to the inside of Glachocki as Kuhn takes over that top spot one more time. Glachocki with a crossover from the top to the bottom. Dives it down to the inside into turn number 3. Off of 4, throws it in deep. They slide up the racetrack. Down off of 4, Glachocki with the advantage. But does he have it at the stripe? They come off the down. And yes, Glachocki is 11 lead changes. Murray is right there. Trying to slide on down to the inside as Kuhn settles back into the number 2 spot. Here comes P.J. Evans down low. That black and red number 12, the 56 of Brandon Wilkinson is right there. They hit turn number 3, and Glachocki motors it to the top of the leaderboard. Off of turn number 2 as the top 5 in a struggle down the front straightaway. Kuhn locks up to the back bumper of Glachocki. Tries to draft out of the inside, drops it down low. As they hit turns 1 and 2, into 3 and down the backstretch they go, and Wilkinson looking for the 3rd lane. Settles it in back behind as they head down the back straightaway. Ryan Kuhn down low, looking to get back to the top. Glachocki up on the outside. Smooth as silk off of turn number 4. They come down off the corner. 47 complete, a dead heat at lap number 47. Listen to them roar right into the corner as Ryan Kuhn tries to edge back out to the top. Gets a run off of 4. Takes over one more time. 12 lead changes. Veneta almost loses his grip down the front stretch. Contact! Glachocki sideways. Wilkinson getting involved. Up onto 2 wheels. Up on 4. Up on the roof goes Glachocki. And we're under caution. And there goes his shot at the no contact bonus here tonight. Glachocki up on his roof in turn number 2, racing back to the straight. Here's a replay on this one. They head down into 1. Into the corner they go. Murray throws it in way too hard, makes contact with the back. Wilkinson spins. Looked like the 42 of Tessier just edged around him. And there's a look at the chassis on Glachocki's 03. Let's get another look at it here as they head down the front stretch. Glachocki with a power move up on the outside from behind Tessier's number 42. They hit the corner. There's Murray sliding it up. Contact. The 03 sideways up to the outside. Just makes it barely through. Look at the wheel work from Mason Tessier to hold on without making any contact there. And he's got a new racing stripe in that machine. Here it is, slow motion. Now we'll get it back up to speed. Here we go. All right. There's the 12 pit side. No, that's Tessier's 42 getting some work done. Look at it up on 2 wheels, getting the right side tires changed. Glachocki is pit side as well. Four tires and back out. P.J. Evans. Ryan Kuhn in as well. Wow, this is going to be fun coming back up through. And the 31 has taken over the top spot, Brad Souza. Taking over the lead. The 17 in second. It's Reagan Parent, who has quietly moved up through the field. The 13 of Tom Axum is third. The 87 of David Luigi is up to fourth. David started his real racing career in the mini cups and moved up into the sport trucks. Now running his own business, doing home improvements, and working with the Venturini Motorsports team in the ARCA series. And behind them is the 30 of Ethan Souza, rounding out the top six. Field doubling up. Now remember, Tom Axum in that 13 spun earlier, kept out of trouble, kept the racing going green, and has now, with the aid of a couple of cautions and some pit stops, finds himself third. He was running up inside the top five when that happened, so he is going to be good. Ryan Doucette is up to seventh. He pitted on the last caution. P.J. Evans was just in. So was Ryan Kuhn and the rest of the field behind them. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the time. You sit back, tighten up those belt straps, and watch the final 22 laps of the Ritchie's Insulation 75 here. From the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The modifieds rumbling through turns 3 and 4. Pace truck dives to the infield. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And into turn 1 goes Brad Souza, leading it down into the corners. Can he hold on? Axum up into second now. Wow, what a good shot. You can see here Axum seesawing back and forth on the steering wheel as he works that inside lane. The 17 apparent up top as they hit turns 3 and 4, and Axum's looking for the lead. Off the corner they come, looking for another lead change. Axum, who once was thought to be out of the event, is now battling up front, with Souza setting the pace down into 1. 3 wide through the corner. Tessier, look at him rim ride down the bottom lane. The black and red 42 is moving up through the field, and he's looking at the top 5, and he's got Ryan Kuhn in front of him. Woohoo! One car sideways in front of him momentarily. That's the 96 of John Greaves hanging on. Jaybird flying away up on the outside. The wings are flapping as he settles it in front of Ryan Kuhn. Trent Goodrow in the 49 works that top lane. Tessier down low. Kuhn is right there behind. Up front, battle for the lead. Here comes Axum. Down to the inside. Settles it in back behind, shuts the door on a hard-charging Reagan Parent. Back down low. Into 3 and 4 they go. Axum looking to become the next leader of this event as they race off of 4. Souza's got the advantage up on the outside, keeping the momentum rolling in that Ryko number 31. Fanning out down the front straightaway behind the leaders. And one car hard on the move, and that is the 42 of Mason Tessier. He's 5th, looking for 4th, settles it in back behind. Just barely keeping off of each other. And Tom Axum has put the Mystique number, color 13, back to the top of the leaderboard here at New Hampshire, hoping the TC Magic flies with him here tonight. Axum settles up at the top of the leaderboard. Look at Reagan Parent, knocking on the back door of the 31 of Souza, and behind them, Tessier on the inside of Luigi. Luigi up on the outside, Tessier down low as they hit turns 3 and 4. Off the corner they come, and Tessier's got a good run down low. He's got Ryan Kuhn right behind him as they hit turn number 1. The 31 still working that 3rd spot. Hanging on is Ethan Souza. Off the corner they come, and still side by side. You see the 8 of Richie Murray down there, right behind Brandon Wilkinson's number 56. The 77 of Doucette is in that battle as well. Good side-by-side racing with 18 laps to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The Ritchie's Insulation 75. And Tom Axum leading the parade down into turn number 1. Parent sideways up in the wall! Trouble for Reagan Parent. He got sideways, tried to collect it, snapped out from underneath them, and found himself up in the safer barrier. Let's see if we can get a replay on that one as that machine sits down in the infield on pit road. And there it is, sideways up. He and Mason Tessier make hard contact with Parent finding the Vetti machine up against the safer barrier up in turn number 2. Here's another look at it. See if we can see, was there any contact? Looked like he had a run on Souza, and he backed off just a little bit. Maybe he hit the brakes too hard. The back end started to slide out. Tried to correct it, and it snapped out from underneath him and found himself against the wall. So Parent is down on pit road. And Mason Tessier, who was having a great run. And here's an overhead view. As they hit the corner, down the front stretch they go. And let's take a look, see what happens. You can see him close in on Souza right there in the corner. Oh, he did get contact. Tessier went in just a little bit too hard. Pounded on the back bumper. Sent them sideways, and Tessier gets collected. Mason was having a great run in that number 42. So Tom Axum, who earlier in this event was caught up in an incident, now finds himself setting the pace over Brad Souza. Now Brad started 8th on the field. And once he got up front, he's been able to hold on to the top 2. But look who's found himself now 3rd in the running order, and that is Ryan Kuhn. And that Bernier's Liquors number 72. So there'll be about a dozen laps remaining when we go back to green. If you think you've seen anything yet, you haven't seen anything. Hope you're enjoying this iRacing event from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Round 2 of the SEEKONK Speedway iRacing 2021 Road Trip Tour. Doubled up, looking for green next time by. Trent Goodrow sitting 4th on the field, that white number 49. New colors for him. Ryan Doucette, 5th. Brandon Wilkinson, 6th. Richie Murray, 7th. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Who is it going to be sitting in victory lane here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway tonight? Find out. One car popping up and off. Look at the cars as they roll down into turn number 3. One last chance to catch your breath before they wind it up. up, and here they go down the front straightaway. Everybody up on the gas. Axum gets the run, leads it down into turn number 1. Kuhn down to the inside of Brad Souza. Down low, looking for the number 2 spot. Look at Goodrow trying to squeeze in the middle as they head down the backstretch. Settles it in. That's the 21. Right there up on the outside. Souza doing a good job holding on to the number 2 spot as Kuhn and Goodrow race side by side for position number 3. Kuhn with a half a car length advantage. Goodrow battling back up on the outside. The sign works, number 49, up top of Goodrow. The young gentleman who started his career in the Mini Cups. Worked himself into the Legends, now runs with the American Canadian Tour as well. A 4th generation racer out of Pembroke, Mass. To 1, 3, and 4 they go. Look at the line that Brad Souza has taken, holding on, keeping the 2 drivers behind him. 9 more circuits to go. Axum with a comfortable advantage, but at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, no advantage is comfortable. Souza having his best run, setting up into 2nd. And a lot of these drivers that pitted earlier have found themselves stalwart trying to make it back up through the pack as they have been unable to make the moves that they've needed to make. Wilkinson down low, up into 4th now with Ryan Doucette on his tail. Then Richie Murray, the 12th of Brandon Wilkinson, down low. The Viper Graphics, number 77's Ryan Doucette, working that bottom groove. A part-time runner with the Legend cars. Working the inside of the youngster from Pembroke, Mass. Of Trent Goodrow. Top 3 in a breakaway. Nose to tail down into the corners. 6 laps remaining. This time Kuhn sliding it high, looking for a crossover move off of turn number 4. It takes a look down to the inside. Wilkinson trying to close in that gap there as they hit turn number 1. Next time by, 5 more circuits. For Tom Axum, Brad Souza, Ryan Kuhn, Brandon Wilkinson, your top 4, Trent Goodrow and Ryan Doucette battling for that 5th position down into turn number 3. Off the corner, look at that battle. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All having at it. Doucette in that orange and gray machine. The white car of Trent Goodrow. The pink and the orange and black of P.J. Evans. The green and black of Richie Murray. All fighting for position. That's 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th right there. Doucette looking for the advantage. 4 laps to go this time across the stripe. And look at the battle for 2nd. Kuhn decided this time he's got to go up top. Takes a look to the outside of Brad Souza. That's for 2nd and 3rd. Wilkinson right there in 4th. Wilkinson to the inside. Settles it in back behind. Here comes Kuhn looking for some room. As Axum watches this race with nothing in front of him. Clean and green at the top of the field. 3 laps to go this time across the stripe. 3 miles remaining. 3 wide for 4th. Look at the battle back there. Goodrow down to the inside. Doucette, Murray, and Evans all into that fight. Here comes the 42 back into the fray. That is Mason Tessier as they get sideways coming down the back straightaway. The 87 of Luigi still in that fight. Richie Murray way down on the inside. Goodrow loose off the corner. Tries to hang on. Do set up on the outside. Give the spot to Goodrow down low. Meanwhile, in front of them, here comes Brandon Wilkinson down to the inside, looking for that third position. Kuhn up top as they come down the backstretch. Jack Dumas off the pace. Down into turn number 3. Trouble down the backstretch. One car and several cars involved. The 29 of Veneta, the 03 of Glachaki. Both cars have some damage. Let's see if we can see what happened. It happened in front of both of them. Here they come off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. And let's see if we can't determine what happened. A lot of cars involved that didn't start it looks like. There's that fight there, and behind them. Oh, that is the 12 of Evans. The let's go back a little bit. That happened quick. The 21 was involved. Let's see. Down to the corner. That 12 of Evans up on the outside. Is it that where it starts to set? And yes, Evans gets contact from behind the 21. They make contact. Lachaki nowhere to go. And the rest just get caught up in the mess. That's the 17 of Reagan Parent blowing smoke from behind his machine with a flat right rear tire. Tight racing action on the Magic Mile. Collects some of the heavy hitters late in the race. So now, it'll be Axum to bring the field down. This makes things interesting. Because Axum has not had to abuse his machine over the past several laps. Unlike Brad Souza and Brandon Wilkinson and Ryan Kuhn and Goodrow and Murray, they've all been fighting for position hard. Well, Axum has just been cruising around at the top of the field. Will that be the difference over the final 3 laps? Murray is 6th, Doucette 7th, Mason Tessier 8th, Luigi is 9th, Boucher is 10th, LaBelle is 11th, Reagan Parent was 12th. Field is doubled up behind the pace truck. We are not going green this time, I don't believe. That's Reagan Parent still out there showing a little bit of smoke from the back of his machine. 3 laps here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway to settle it in round 2 of the SEEKONK Speedway 2021 iRacing Road Trip. Had some great racing. Some hard racing. Just like you would expect from the open wheel modifieds here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Can Tom Axum pick up the win here this evening? Or will it be Brad Souza surprising everybody and finding himself carrying the checkered flag here tonight? How about Brandon Wilkinson in 3rd? Or Ryan Kuhn sitting 4th? Could Kuhn be shut out of the podium for one of the very few times in the SEEKONK Speedway iRacing Road Trip? Richie Murray is 6th, with Goodrow 5th, Doucette 7th, 8th is Mason Tessier. We're ready to have at it. The 13 and the 31, ready to roll it off of turn number 4, up on the throttle, through the gearboxes, ready to have at it. Pace truck down to the infield, and we are back underway. 3 laps to go at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Kuhn from the top to the bottom, looking underneath. Brad Souza in the 31. Contact there. Axum gets sideways. Here comes Kuhn down to the inside. They roll off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway, battling for the lead. A little slipping and sliding. Snake bite down the back stretch. Axum up top. Kuhn down to the inside. 2 friends off the track, 2 hard competitors behind the wheel. Trouble deep in the field. Several cars sideways as the white flag unfurls. We're back under yellow. The 12 of Evans, the 25 of Dumas, look like they both got involved. Let's see if we can't determine what happened there. Field came off of turn number 4. Dumas and another car made contact, and it looks like that's what transpired there. Didn't take long to get back under caution. So once again, it'll be a 3-lap shootout here. So this is the second of 3 green-white checker shots. And there you see P.J. Evans spinning down to the inside. So P.J. Evans still holds the fastest lap of the race, back on lap number 2. So it'll be Axum bringing him down with Kuhn on the outside. Souza will restart 3rd. 4th, Brandon Wilkinson. Richie Murray rounding out the top 5. And this is where things... You think the racing has been hard. This is where things can get a little aggressive. Goodrow is 6th. Mason Tessier 7th. Ryan Doucette 8th. Luigi 9th. And it looks like No Boucher rounding out the top 10, and that's black and blue 16. Next time by, green will fly one more time. One more chance at a green-white checker after this. There are 3 attempts. If this one fails, they get one more. If that one fails, it is all over with. Tom Axum, one more time, will bring him down. With Ryan Kuhn on the outside. Brad Souza, who led several laps, restarting 3rd. Brandon Wilkinson 4th. Richie Murray, our early leader, rounding out the top 5. They get ready to come off of turn number 4. Pace truck dives to the inside. Axum looks for the jump, but we saw this happen earlier, and it didn't work for that driver. This time it does. He shuts the door on Ryan Kuhn as they head down into turn number 1. Field slides through the corner, down the back stretch. chasing the black 13. Into 3 and 4. Look at him snake down to the bottom. Try to hold off the charges. What the block move, as here comes Kuhn diving to the outside, looking for that top spot as they come off of turn number 4. Souza still holding on to third. Wilkinson looking for that position. He sits fourth with Murray rounding out the top 5. Last lap into 1 and 2. Battle for the lead. Axum's got it. Here comes Souza down to the inside of Kuhn. That's the battle for second. Down the back stretch they go. Fanning out 3 wide. Doucette looking for some running room. So is Wilkinson. Axum continues to throw the block. Wilkinson down to the inside of Souza. As they roll off of turn number 4, Souza drifts up high. Axum takes off the corner. He'll pick up the win in round 2. Second place going to Ryan Kuhn. And third place, I'll have to double check, as calamity happens after the checkered flag. I believe it was Wilkinson finishing in the third spot. We'll have to check the official timing and scoring on that. But how about the run by Tom Axum picking up the win in the Ritchie's Insulation 75 here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the open wheel modified. Second place going to Ryan Kuhn. And Kuhn give him a push down the front stretch saying, congratulations, buddy. And here come the victory donuts. Patience. It's a big track. You can make up your time here at the Magic Mile. And that's exactly what Axum did. Look at the tag there as he comes back. He and Kuhn are having some fun. And Wilkinson is just sitting there going, dudes, what are you doing? But what a race to the checkered flag. As we wait for our top 3 to talk to them here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of that race for the iRacing Modifieds here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway? Tom Axum, the Berners Liquors at number 13, the teammate to Ryan Kuhn. Brandon Wilkinson, one of the hottest spotters in the country, as he has been getting around very well over the past couple of years. Tom Axum, congratulations on the win here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Thank you. It means a lot to win here.
Let's take a look back. Earlier in this event, you came off for turn 2. The car snapped out. You went around, but you kept it going, didn't get collected, and you bided your time, and all of a sudden you found yourself battling for the lead. What was going through your mind through that time?
Yeah, we were just racing hard up front, just hard, loud, and racing. Got tight, got up into B-Wilkes a little bit, and that checked me up, and then I got hit in the left rear. Not sure by who, but went around, just kept it going. Just kept. I knew it was a long race. I saw we still had that extra set. Still got back there with my buddy Jake Johnson. Got to do some drafting with him for a little bit. Just cleared my mind. Didn't think about nothing. Just raced. Just kept turning laps, and yellow came out, and we took our set of tires, and it worked out.
At the end of the race, you had a flurry of caution flags. Did you think that was going to be the downfall, or were you able to really save your tires while you were leading and everybody else was fighting?
At first, we were just saving a little bit, and then as I saw the guys with tires start chunking their way up, and then I seen they were 3rd and 5th and 6th, so I knew it was go time. And I knew when me and my teammate, when me and Ryan were side by side, it was coming to the white. The yellow just came out. It would have been a good finish, but all in all, awesome show.
Now, let's take a look at the colors on your car tonight. A little bit different for you. You went with the Teddy Christopher look, and he has always been magic at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Was that the idea behind that paint scheme?
Yeah, that's the speed. It's a fun fact that Teddy Christopher paint schemes add an extra 10th, no matter what it is. So always got to run them when I run the modifieds. I'm actually 2 for 2 in this paint scheme with big races, so it just means a lot to get it done for the king.
It's got to feel real good beating a lot of the. This is one of the bigger fields we've had with the SEEKONK Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour, and to come out on top is a real feather in your cap. Congratulations! What a great run you had.
Thank you. Just quick couple shout outs. First of all, shout out to my teammate right there, Ryan Kuhn. There's nothing better than a 1-2 finish between teammates, no matter who's who. If 1-2 is a dub for the team. Shout out to the long sponsor and long friend, Peter Bernier, Bernier's Liquors. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Can't wait to go back and watch it. It's probably going to be an awesome show. Shout out to you guys for taking time and helping us out. Shout out to Cal Souza for all he does behind the scenes. And shout out to my parents watching the race and my grandparents watching this race. Extra speed from the fans.
That's awesome. I'm glad to get the family involved. I hope they enjoyed the show too, because I'll tell you what, it was like sitting in the grandstands watching Teddy Christopher win a race there. The way he runs, it was absolutely fantastic to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That is Tom Axum, our winner for the Ritchie's Insulation 75 here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Great run he had, and I got to wonder how much fun Ryan did beating on that car while we were interviewing Tom on that one. We'll get him in here in just a minute. Ryan, a good run today. You led a lot of laps, had to come through the field a couple of times. Just a little bit short, but still a heck of a run.
Yeah, it was a great race, fun finish. Wish we could have ended onto that last stint there, and we would have been side by side coming to the check-it. I think that would have been an even better finish, but it's unfortunate. But I mean, I think that got me the point lead, and I'm happy about that. Very happy about that. And Tommy did an awesome job defending, and it's what you got to do here at Loudon is defend the bottom.
You look like you were having a lot of fun coming up through the field. Do you think burning up your tires a little bit, fighting for position, running third, fourth, fifth that late in the race might have hurt you?
No, I just think it was really track position that killed me. It was very critical where you restarted and where the runs were going to be. This track acts like a super speedway almost, kind of where the outside has the momentum. And if you can get in the right line with more cars, you'll go a lot faster. So it's really how you were on the straightaways, how are you lined up, how many cars are in your pack, and it's kind of like real life. But we couldn't throw the slide jobs like we do in real life. But either way, it was fun.
Now, sitting behind you're one of the few that I can ask this question. Sitting behind the wheel of the iRacing modified versus sitting behind the wheel of a real modified. And I know you've got some experience there too. How much of it is familiar between the two of them?
It's a little familiar. It's a little similar, but obviously iRacing is very different. I feel like you have a lot more car control in real life, even with the late model stuff, compared to what you have on iRacing. Ever since this new tire model came out, it just feels like you kind of lost a little bit of grip and a little bit of that traction you needed, kind of like the real cars, but. It's all around fun on here. I honestly think this new update made the cars better here at Loudon, 100%, because there used to be zero draft here, and now you see everywhere we're all drafting up to each other, passing each other, slingshots, all that stuff, and it's really fun.
How much did the tire change that you were able to do in the middle of the race, how much did that change your strategy versus what we normally have where you can't take tires? And how much does that help you towards the end of the race?
Now, tire strategy is critical, especially when there's a one-set race. When you pit, it's a matter of when you pit. I thought Tommy pitted too early, but I think he got really, really lucky with all those yellows at the end. I really think if we stayed green for a while, he would have fall off a lot more. A lot of the other guys would have fell off a lot more. And it all depends on yellows. It's same way in real life. Just depends on yellows.
Well, I know you had a good run. I know you've had a busy last few weeks with the iRacing Tour, having a lot of success out there too. Plus the setups that you've been doing. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, right now. I'm currently working for Rayco Motorsports. They're a setup shop, and I currently build their Legends cars, SK modifieds, late model stocks. and super late models, and it was up in the air for me to start my own shop. I've had a couple guys be like, "Oh, you should do it. You should do it." A couple of the guys we're partnering with for the SAR Super Series wants me to start it up, and it's a work in progress. It's not a 100% a go, but I've had a lot of suggestions and for the short track community on iRacing to kind of work with them. So I mean, it's a work in progress, and it's all we'll see. If it comes out, it'll hopefully be in the next week or two. But it's a work in progress.
Well, congratulations on your success there, and congratulations on a great second place tonight. Well, that was Ryan Kuhn, our runner-up here tonight, and taking over the points lead. Congratulations to him, a great run. And we'll try to get Brandon Wilkinson, a third-place finisher, up into Broadcast Central. We'll talk to him in just a minute. And again, let's recap a great run here that we had here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway tonight. And here's our podium rounder-outer, if you will, Brandon Wilkinson. Brandon, a good run tonight. Just came up a little bit short in the race. Some heavy traffic kept you a little behind.
Yeah, man. It's just man, we were quick tonight. I was decently surprised and really pleased with our speed. I had run the open practice on Wednesday to decide if I was going to run, or on Tuesday, and I felt like we were actually pretty quick there, and we showed up tonight and we were just as quick. So obviously thankful for that, man. This was a fun race. This is probably the funnest race I've ever run on iRacing in the 10 years I've been on here. So kudos to Kyle, man. This is a great group of guys. I mean, it gets rough sometimes, obviously, because we're all kids and, we're all going for the same deal. But, man, this was just an awesome race. I'll remember this one for a long time.
I will tell you this, Brendan, calling the race, it was almost like I was sitting at New Hampshire Motor Speedway watching the real modifieds tour the Magic Mile, because the way you guys were drafting, side-by-side racing, slingshots, the blocking, the hard, tight racing that you guys were doing was for me, felt real watching this. And I'll tell you what, the fans watching, the fans that were paying attention, the friends that were keeping an eye on it, they had to have a lot of fun with this. I know I did. How much fun was it behind the wheel? I know you said you'll remember this for a long time, but man, that had to be a whole lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, just so much fun. iRacing put out an update on this car, and it kind of made it a little rough, but it definitely made the plate racing, much better. That's for sure. I mean, it definitely it killed a lot of the competition, but when you go to these plate races here in Phoenix, it definitely made the racing a lot better. I mean, you look down the list, you got, like Thomas Axum, Ryan, Richie Murray, Goodrow, Tessier, Gluchaki, Parent, all those guys. Man, those are good guys. There were 9 or 10 cars tonight that could win, and everybody's so even here. So, man, it was just so much fun. I mean, at one point you're 12th, and at one point you're second, and you really picked up no speed. You just picked up, positions on the racetrack versus, everybody else doing their own deal. So, man, it was just so much fun. It was so equal. Everybody was so close, and always makes for a good race. These guys have some sense, and I think that it showed tonight here with that 30-lap run there. Just an awesome race. Just really, the races are only as good as the guys you race around. So,
I think everybody did a great job. Now, what could you have done different to find yourself battling for the win versus having to fight for third?
Yeah, I think I just got caught up there racing a couple different guys the wrong way. And, I had to race with Ryan and Cody Tripp there when, Kuhn just kind of went off and into the distance and drove away from us. But, that's Ryan Kuhn. Anybody that knows him and goes to SEEKONK knows how good he is. So it's not really a huge deal. We'll take it and move on. Just need to be more aggressive, but it's so hard to pass here, and you don't want to really rough anybody up there too early on. Obviously we're all racing for the same deal, but there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and definitely a time for it. So we just felt like, we had to be smart, and, sometimes that bites me, but it's all good. We'll take a third and move on.
Well, congratulations on a great run, and we'll look for you at our next race, Five Flag Speedway. You looking forward to the ARCA cars?
Yeah, it should be good. I hope I can make that race. I'll have to see what happens with the real life schedule this year with spotting in the real world, and Obviously, what else we have going on. But, just real quick, I want to thank all the guys at Epic Media, Ryan Blanchard Designs, everybody at Alpha Performance, Majeski and Stenny, and all the guys that make this game really fun here on the off season. And the real race season ticks off here pretty soon, leaving Wednesday for Florida. So this was kind of a good last hurrah here on iRacing for a while, and we'll remember this one, like I said, for a long time. And congrats to Thomas and Ryan on the good runs.
So you're heading down to New Smyrna. Who are you spotting for down there?
We'll have the Jet Nolan and the Anthony Campy number 81, and I think we'll have Doug Colby on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in the modified. So it should be a good week. Obviously, looking forward to chasing some real checkered flags and just having a good time overall.
Well, congratulations. Good luck at New Smyrna, and hopefully we'll see you at Five Flags on the 25th.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. That's our third place finisher, Brandon Wilkinson, on tonight's Richie's Insulation numbers. Richie's Insulation 75 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So we got another guest that'll be joining us in just a second, and had a good run, was running up inside the top 5 for the latter portion, and led some laps today. Brad Souza, welcome to Broadcast Central. A good run tonight.
How's it going, Kevin?
Not too bad. How about you?
Can't complain. Had a good night for a change.
Tell us about that run. The pit stop strategy worked out in your favor for quite a while. You led some laps tonight.
I just felt like I had the position up front that I would just stay out and not take tires, and with all the cautions ended up working out in my favor. I think I had something for Tom at the end. I was hoping that a caution didn't come out as we were about to take the white flag.
Now, in the final laps, it looks like you got caught up and got a little sideways and fell back a spot or 3, but had to feel real good. It's your best outing that we've seen on the road trip tour from you.
Yeah, definitely. It felt good to actually run good for a change.
And I know you've been working hard, spending some time behind the wheel, getting more comfortable with these cars. It's only your second year doing this, I believe, isn't it?
Actually, I started doing it right when SEEKONK started the first series in April of 2020. So I've been at it about 7 months, 8 months.
You're getting better and better each week. And how much fun has it been going to the different tracks?
Oh, I have a blast. I really like this a lot better with different cars and different tracks. I really like this.
So from here we go to Five Flag Speedway with the ARCA cars. Are you looking forward to that?
I run really good at Five Flags. I really like that track. Not sure, I never ran an ARCA car there yet, but get some practice in and see how it goes.
All right, good run tonight, finishing in the 5th spot. Good run for you, Brad. Congratulations.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to SEEKONK and Kyle, everybody, for putting this on, and thank Eddie Silva from Richie's Insulation, which is actually our main sponsor, our truck for SEEKONK, and just appreciate everybody and everything they do putting this together. And also Ryko Motorsports, want to shout them out. You guys need setups for open tracks, open races, Ryko-motorsports.com.
All right, Ned, thanks a lot. And yep, he's been getting a lot of press lately from Ryko, and one more good run from him for you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Kevin.
Brad Souza finishing 5th here tonight. Richie Murray was 4th. What a race, I'll tell you what. The race here tonight from New Hampshire Motor Speedway was absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, Tom Axum, picking up the win. Ryan Kuhn, Brandon Wilkinson, your top 3. Richie Murray, Brad Souza, your top 5. Ryan Doucette, 6th. And I'll tell you what, 30 lead changes in this 75-lap main event tells you a lot. Well, from here, we go to Five Flag Speedway. We go from the rocket ships of the modifieds to the taxi cabs of the ARCA cars. A change for the cars. It'll be different to drive, different to watch, but doesn't mean it's going to be any less exciting. So join us on Thursday night, February 25th, where Watermark Electric brings us the main event from Five Flag Speedway. And a big thanks tonight for Richie's Insulation, located in Westport, Mass. Richie's, a family business started over 20 years ago, servicing both Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Richie's is well known for their quality services, fair prices, and their commitment to their customers. So if you're looking for any type of insulation, you got any type of needs for that, check out Richie's Insulation, a proud supporter of the SEEKONK iRacing Road Trip Tour 2021. That's it from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I want to thank everybody for joining us. A big thanks going out to Extreme Sim TV for hosting us here tonight. A big thanks going out to Susan Media and Kyle and the entire gang over at Susan Media for putting on this event. We'll be back on the 25th of February at Five Flags. I'm Kevin Boucher saying thank you for joining us here tonight.
Clear.
All right.
Awesome.